is Zarina, your Upland newbie, bringing you another episode of What's Up Upland. If you're so inclined to donate to my channel, there's a nice QR code, takes you right to PayPal where you can donate. Don't feel pressured, but do hit the like. That costs nothing. Hit the like and hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Encourage your friends to subscribe too. Anyone who plays Upland, let them know about this channel, please, por favor. And if you're so inclined, do leave a comment and let me know how I can improve, what you'd like to see, or what you liked. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what's up in Upland. First, we have some events that just passed that were amazing. Genesis Week in Las Vegas was seriously the best event ever. It was so fun. It brought me back to like those amazing like high school dance party days or college life party days. Like seriously just gave us a reason to like party and have fun with a bunch of people who share the same passion as you. It was amazing. So it was so amazing that I'm going to cover it in a separate video and give you guys kind of like a metaverse documentary, a metamentary over what happened in Upland. But if you did attend, please do check out the Las Vegas 22 yearbook that I've set up. It's a digital one. To get access, you just have to go hit me up on Discord. There is a Discord channel for people who attend at Genesis Week. So if you want a link to that channel and an invite, go ahead and look in my description. It's right in the description. Just click where it says, Genesis Week attendees or whatever I put there, and click there and join up, and then hit me up on the channel. Find me BLEURAIN Blue Rain. Find me, message me to get that link so that you can include your pictures on our yearbook, and we can all collaborate in making an excellent memorabilia, or memento for ourselves. A digital memento. Imagine that, digital memento. All right, so along with Genesis Week, which is over but was amazing, the Upland team also went to NFT NYC. This is amazing news because NFT NYC is the leading annual non-fungible token event, and not only did Upland attend, but Dirk, one of the creators of Upland, he himself was a speaker at NFT NYC. So just to be like counted as a speaker at such a leading event shows you that Upland is serious, that people are taking Upland serious, and there's only upwards to go. So that's that. We're gonna move on to NFT news with more vehicles. So we don't just have cars, we have SUVs and trucks. And Upland has said people who purchase a truck will be getting a trailer to go with that truck that will hold their cargo. So this is amazing news because people who are interested in making money different ways in Upland, who are entrepreneurs out there, might be thinking if they can invest in a truck, they can start different types of businesses and work with other players and shipping other people's goods, maybe carrying some whatever lawn ornaments. Lawn decor is coming, so whatever lawn decor looks like, who knows, it might have to be carried across in some trailers. So just keep that in your mind for if you're looking for why Upland is so fun and other ways to make money in Upland. This might be a way, like another super fun way to make money is transporting people's goods and perhaps people, because with your SUVs you can transport your Upland friends. So people who are looking for a ride may want to pay people for a ride across Upland rather than taking the plane. It might be, who knows, might be faster sometimes just to go ahead and take the SUV rather than the Hyperloop or the train. We'll see how fast these things travel, but this is exciting. This is exciting news for Upland. We're just in the beginning, and who knows what's next, but just the idea of being able to transport goods and pay for NFTs that have some utility to them other than just looking really cool, this is amazing news. So that's what's up in Upland. What's also up, ooh, so sorry. Looks like I got all my things wrong. Gotta put them back in here for you. So what's also up is Rio is coming. So Rio will be the first international city for Upland, and that's pretty amazing because if you think about it, it just shows how Upland's really going to cover the world, and the whole idea of rebuilding the world. Well, international cities, amazing. Rio is an amazing city by itself, but people might be thinking, why Rio? Well, just so you know, Brazil has the second biggest fan base for Upland, and our player of the year, Musita, is from Brazil. So just kind of keep that in mind, that this is a great place for people to actually purchase some NFTs in Upland, because there is a big player base there. So who knows how much competition there's going to be minting in this city with, all of those people who actually live out there trying to get it from people who live elsewhere. This will be interesting for people who are like, normally U.S. based, and see how we compete when it's actually a different international city. So, okay, with that news, I thought we should go ahead and discuss what I think is likely to maybe be a collection, or this like worth looking at. So this particular place, it's the Royal Portuguese Cabinet of Reading, and it's a library. So there's a couple things about it. First of all, besides it's awesome, it's this like nice library, it's located in the center of like Rio de Janeiro. So like think of it as like the downtown area. So I think the downtown area, like always probably, but like a lot of times downtowns tend to be collection areas, but I think this one has a really big chance because there's so much located in their central area downtown. This particular library is amazing. I mean, look at it. So we'll see what the street view of this place looks like, but it's just wow. Okay, next up is this neighborhood I think might be awesome. So it's called LeBlanc, and it's an upscale beach area, and seriously, look at it. It's so nice. Within the area, there's some nice, cozy French bistros and lively steakhouses. So think about that, like minting in this area where you can grab those places, those steakhouses, those lively French bistros and mellow bars. Think about all the shopping that's going to be in this area that you can mint, all right? So this is an amazing looking beach, and every building back there is someplace I want to grab. So that's what I think is going to be worth looking at, LeBlanc. Here are some streets. So these are streets that I found that may be of interest. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail this early, but just if you want to start speculating ahead of time and getting your own look at these particular places, the top three that I have for you to look at right now are Avenida Mem de Sa, Avenida Atlantique, Avenida Rodriguez Aves. So that one particularly has a mural. The people who like murals, it says the one there is the largest of its kind in the world. So I thought, I'll just put that for people who like to collect those mural NFTs within Upland to be on the lookout for that particular street. Okay, up next. So I think Upland has to keep up with some areas to continue making waves in the Metaverse and to continue blazing its path ahead, setting precedents. I think Upland really does have to hurry up and enter the VR world. To make those buildings that we have in Upland have more utility, like we have MetaVentures, but think about what Horizon Worlds is doing. So people who don't know about Horizon Worlds, it's a place within the Metaverse that you can access using Quest Oculus, which is now called Meta, these VR goggles. And right now, back in April this year, Wendy's launched its first virtual space in Horizon Worlds in collaboration with the Horizon Worlds creators. And people who have the MetaQuest 2 devices will be able to access and experience the first virtual Wendy's restaurant and venture into a new world designed exclusively for them. So that's pretty awesome. And if you think about it, imagine if you own a Wendy's in Upland and then they connect with Wendy's as well. So this is why I think we have to, Upland needs to go ahead and move forward with utility on buildings, but also really enter the VR space. Now let's look at another thing Facebook, Meta, is doing as well.
Amazing, thank you so much.
Oops, sorry, had to restart that.
Creator monetization, I think, is it's really important because you all need to be able to support yourself and make a good living building these awesome experiences that people can have. And we're still pretty early in the journey, but some of the stuff that you're all building is kind of exciting and awesome. So today there are two new things that I wanted to talk about. One is in-world purchases. So basically the ability to sell virtual items and access to things inside the worlds is just kind of a new part of the commerce equation overall. It's part of this that we've wanted to get to for a while, but we're starting rolling this out with just a handful of creators, and then we'll see how it goes. But I imagine that over time we'll get to roll it out more and more. So that's pretty exciting. And then the other piece of this that I'm also really excited about is the creator bonus program that we're rolling out, where people who are building awesome worlds, where we're basically just setting up some funds to help just basically compensate and reward the people who are just doing awesome work here in Horizon. So I've just been really excited to see the type of stuff that people have been able to build already just in the first year or so of releasing Horizon. So it's awesome for me to just get a chance to spend some time with you all and hear your experience so far, and also just kind of get a sense of what you think that we should be building next. And if you were in my shoes, what would you prioritize that would make all of your lives easier in terms of all the creation and work that you're doing?
So I host events. I'm one of the first people to really host events in Horizon, and I host the meditation. One of the things that you gave us recently was the ability for everyone to create individual events, which is amazing. Thank you so much.
Okay, so looking at what Meta's doing, you can see a number of things that I think would be so amazing if Upland could also do as well. One of those things is having it where people can buy real life products from locations within the worlds. So if I have a property within Upland and I have a meta venture there, I should be able to have it linked to my real life store. So if I have a store online, people should be able to access my products and go ahead and interact and buy things from my store from my Upland location. That's one thing I think will be really awesome, and I think Mark Zuckerberg is super smart with thinking that way. I think the other thing that would be awesome is just like the idea of creating events. And so he's allowing developers to build these worlds, and Upland had their hackathon where they let developers have developer tools to do certain things too. So I'm hoping that with Upland, they can give developers more access to make it where we can, for example, use our NFTs, our property addresses to go ahead and link to certain events, and then those events take us to worlds that we can create, outside of Upland, like whatever in the Metaverse or our own world, wherever that may be, linked to these places from Upland. So if we can get there, that'll be amazing. And so Upland's still in beta, it's still like early development. So imagine how far it can go. So hopefully, they see this video and they think, yeah, she's right, definitely gonna do that. So what I decided to do is take a look at what it might be like. So this whole idea of this metaverse stuff and VR, I had to go out and get myself some Meta Quest 2 VR goggles. And I wanted to see, well, what is it like if I try to access Upland from, my goggles? And here's kind of what it was like. So, here's me in my goggles there, my new set of Quest or Meta Quest. Is it Meta Quest or Meta 2? Whatever the case is. There I am in them. And you can see I could get to I'm actually in my world there. This is inside my Horizon world. I showed this picture just so you can see, like, if only I could be in my property that way. But I wanted to show you, like, imagine if we could actually go into our street views in VR and be immersed in those environments. And like, if I was to travel and say, okay, I'm going here. So this is the stuff that I think if we could just do this, it would be amazing. So I'm gonna leave you there, because where I was trying to go is this next place, which is, I was trying to get to Fresno for a reason. So we'll talk about that VR stuff later, but here we go. So here you have me disembarking, and I'm trying to get to Uplandos because I want to sell my Block Explorer. So that's what we're going to talk about next. Is like the whole thing now is we have these sub meta ventures. I'm a sub meta venture, whatever. You can basically kind of like go sell your Block Explorers in these meta venture shops if the owner accepts your listing. So you do have to travel to the actual city where the shop is, and so I had to go to Fresno, and that's where you saw me previously with my Metaverse goggles, trying to get to Fresno here, and make sure I get to Uplandos, because that's where I wanted to go shop. So these orange dots are where you can find the Meta Ventures, and there's Uplandos. And you do have to send yourself to the property if you want to list in these shops. So I was going to head over there but I was taking a look at like, what does this look like? And you can see he's got a really nice, like, I don't want to say logo. I guess that's kind of a logo, but his store, his aesthetics are really nice. All right, so I send myself over to Uplandos, and I'm going to show you how you can list your own block explorers if you have any. And I think they're worth buying. Like when you see them for 5,000, you get the block explorer with a 5,000 UpX purchase, so you're getting the UpX and the block explorer. So it's kind of a great deal when you see those block explorer sales. I think they're worth it. All right, so I send myself over here to Uplandos, and I'm gonna list my block explorer. So you can see right under shop now, it's like list block explorer. So then you select what you want to send, what you want to, and you can see I actually I have 4 block explorers, but only 2 are there. The other 2 are not showing up because I currently have them listed already in a different shop. All right, so you make sure if you want to sell, you pick the right one. So I want to sell for USD, and you can see I picked UpX at first, so I checked that, and I was like, no, I don't want to sell for UpX. Let me change that. So I'm going to change to the USD, and I'm putting my Genesis 2022 Block Explorer on sale for $200. It took me a bit to think about it because I was like, I could be crazy low or crazy high, but I felt like 200 was reasonable. So that's eventually what I decided to go with. And then there it is. I have to offer that for sale, and it's confirmed. And that's how you do it. That's how you can list your block explorers in a block explorer shop. And then I thought I would take people and take them to look and see, what other people's shops look like, but I don't have time for that. So do go ahead and look around, but Uplandos is pretty awesome. All right, up next, you can get voting pretty soon here. It's not yet time, but Upland's talking about this whole idea of setting a primary residence so that you'll have voting rights on certain things happening in your neighborhoods. So now it's actually going to be important where you decide to make your primary residence if you want to have any say in how things happen. So having more properties in a certain area might give you more voting rights. So just kind of think about that. The more people who have more properties, maybe have more rights in that association. I don't know yet. We'll see how Upland handles it. But it does let you know you do have to actually tell Upland this is going to be my primary residence. So where you make your Upland forever home, it doesn't have to be forever. You can change it, but there'll be like a cool down period. So just kind of keep that in mind that, you probably do want to start establishing some roots in Upland. And again, Discord is a great place to go to get involved in the communities. Like, people who have nodes already in certain places, you may get in touch with them on Discord and start talking about, hey, how do we want this to look? How do we want, our buildings to be established? What are we going to do about those people who build those buildings backwards? Are we going to make them get rid of those backwards buildings? Things like that. So we'll see what happens. But there are a lot of people who are serious about Upland. And in fact, there's a group now that started on Discord, and it's the Upland Metaverse Players Council. If you want to get involved and perhaps nominate yourself to be a part of this council, do hit up the group on Discord. There's going to be another meeting in July. So if you want to be a part of this, and there's going to be this is a group of players who are very committed to the game, and they want Upland to be effective. And so they're going to problem solve and come up with ways to, help out Upland with making things run smoother for all players, and just kind of nailing out the kinks that we see as players, and, working together to make it a better player experience for everybody. So recommend this group. Come get involved. You don't have to want to be on the council. You can just come listen and be a part of the Discord channel and see what's up. All right, so now for my tips. If you stuck around and you're new, even if you're not new, you might not know this. So Musita, Player of the Year, taught me and JDad, JDad303, during the live opening of Las Vegas, this little tip. It was to go to basically, if you're on Android, you're turning, it might already be doing it, but if you're on an Android device, you're basically turning off animations. If you're on an iPhone, you're going to your settings and you tap in general, you select accessibility, and you're going to reduce the motion. And when you do that, that's going to make your treasure hunting experience way smoother and faster. Some people say you might actually even see the arrows show up a little bit earlier than if you don't have this setting the way it is. So that's a tip for you. Do treasure hunt, by the way. So I always encourage people, I think it's fun at least to do the free one. It doesn't hurt to do the free one daily, and then you never know. It could be free UPX for you. So along with that, here is the treasure hunting map of indicator that is very helpful if you get it down. So people are always like, don't understand what those arrows mean. So here's what the arrows mean. So take a look, and you can kind of just like you understand when you're really far away, you're barely getting any type of circle. When you're getting somewhat within 3 to 10 kilometers, you get this big old wide circle. But what you want is the fast arrow, and you really want to be red. That means you're really close. But this is how you can kind of estimate your distances and start understanding where you are. And just practice to get a hang of it. All right, people, I'm out. This is it for What's Up Upland.